human self presents to me many challenges that burden me. My heart center shines and calls to me. This is who I choose to be. Sometimes lessons.
Welcome to the Vibrational Alchemy Podcast. This is Penny Fisher, and we are so glad you are joining us for this week's episode. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Hope everybody's doing well. If you're catching this on a Saturday morning, ready for a weekend, you've had a great week. I'm hoping you've been having some fun and exploring and working with those energies that we talked about last week of the threefold flame, right? That flame of power and wisdom and love, and just really kind of, exploring all those different facets of you, because they all live inside of you. They all are part of you, part of your beautiful divine makeup and who you are. And we're heading on our journey toward a life of balance and ease, right? We're heading toward more and more bringing those aspects into alignment within ourselves. So I'm really excited to continue this journey with you today. I'm going to ask you to be patient with me in this episode. This is a lot of new information that's being downloaded to me, so I'm kind of working it out as I go here. But I think I have a pretty, tight and clear path for us today. Let's call it that. I think we've kind of cleared it, so it should be accessible. Because that's what I want for you, is to have access to information and practices that will help you just live the life you dreamed of, right? You've always dreamed of the life that you are entitled to, the life that is your divine birthright. So here we go. We are going once again today to be exploring this idea of living a life of balance and ease through the merging of our divine masculine and divine feminine energies that we know from last week and the week before reside in each one of us, right? They do not have anything to do with gender identity, sexual identity. It's none of that. These are energetic aspects that reside in each of us, right? And we've talked in the last 2 weeks, actually, a lot about what it looks like when those two energies are balanced. We've shared some practices that you can start to play with to get in touch with them, so that you very intuitively know which aspect needs to be more infused and more energized to bring you back into alignment, knowing that both are important, and that what we're heading for is this beautiful dance. When my husband and I used to take ballroom dance lessons, and we were working on turns and spins and things as a couple, our teacher would say to us, you have to get out of the way to let your partner go. So it would be, he goes and then she goes, or she goes and she goes, he goes and he goes, depending on who's dancing together, right? But it's this idea of this interplay, this balance, right? So today I want to talk a little bit with you about how to navigate energies that might be released as you move through this process, because we're talking about two energies that are opposing forces, right? That are opposites, the divine masculine, divine feminine. When they come together and they're in balance and there's this interplay, it's beautiful. That being said, we've developed some habits over the course of a lifetime or multiple lifetimes that have caused our have caused imbalances, right? And we've been surrounded by this. We've talked about this in society and religion and politics and economics, in you name it, right? And so as we seek to find balance within ourselves, when two opposing forces come together, sometimes there can be a big release of energy and it can be a little bit uncomfortable, right? And I was talking to my teacher and my dear friend and soul sister, Brigitte Boyer of Lightbridge, recently, and she talked about a great analogy, this analogy of a thunderstorm, right? So think about what happens. Right, lightning, right? Lightning is essentially created when um, uh, cold air has like risen up to the top. Well, it wasn't cold, it was warm at the bottom of the cloud because of downdrafts. It's risen up to the top, it's frozen. It starts to fall. On its way down, it meets more warm air that's rising up. And what do we get? Boom, right? We get this massive amount of static electricity. And then we have this rapid expansion of the air from the incredible heat of the lightning, right? Because it's that release of static electricity that causes the lightning. Then the lightning generates this huge amount of heat, right? And so we have the air that was incredibly hot from the lightning now is rapidly cooling. Boom, we get the thunder. This is what can happen when opposing forces collide. Right? And so as we do the work, as we lean into the cosmic matrix, as we activate the threefold flame within us to help us with this balancing and merging of divine masculine and divine feminine, we need to be aware that sometimes there can be stress that's going um, to emerge. The stress that I've experienced can come in the form of self-doubt. It can come in the form of self-judgment. I had some of this just this week where I said and did some things, and I was like, oh man, I can't believe it. There's that masculine, that's that unconscious masculine. I can't believe I did it again. I started beating myself up. Right. So these are these places where we can experience stress from the release of these energies coming together, right? Or just the response of people around us, people or the environment around us when we lean into that divine feminine and give ourselves space to just nurture and rest, right? And so we can feel that stress as we're finding that balance. And let's face it, I got to be honest, I am not looking for a sense of imbalance here, right? I want to transition from imbalance to equilibrium, to peace, to calm. I certainly do not want to add more, and I'm air quoting stuff, because I don't know about you, but I got enough of that in my life without adding any more, right? I'm not interested. And so I want to talk today about one of the some of the energies and images that we can reach for to help us kind of soothe those stressors that might arise. And hey, they might not arise for you. And if they don't, you go, woohoo, that's awesome. Um, but if they do, we want to always remember that on the other side of that merging, that integration is what we're heading for, which is inner peace, balance, right? We talked many episodes ago about this idea of bliss and more recently the path of joy. And that's where we want to head. All right. So stay with me here. I'm going to wind around for a couple of minutes. I'm going to start with the energy of an ascended master. I'm going to shift over to some sacred geometry and eventually back to this merging of divine masculine and divine feminine energies so that our lives can be more easeful. Okay. And as I start here by introducing you to, connecting you to, attuning you to the energy of this ascended master, I want to remind you that I am 100% not talking about religion or religious figures. I'm talking about energetics. And if it helps you to think of this ascended master more in terms of an archetypal energy, please do that. Okay. Because who I want to introduce you to right now, and if you could see me, if you're watching this on what I hope is going to be our new YouTube channel soon, you'll see I'm all lit up now. I would like to introduce you to the energy of the Blessed Mother of Mother Mary. Now, this is energy that's been newer to me. I've known about Mother Mary forever, right? But not having grown up in a religious tradition that really talked about her, honored her, thought about her other than as the mother of Jesus, right? I really didn't have much of a connection to her. And I have to be honest, even in the last, I don't know, year and a half, I've taken a number of courses, certification courses, and in several of them, Mother Mary's been front and center. And, she's amazing. I feel her love, but I kind of just didn't get it. I kind of didn't get her. I knew she held the energy of Divine Mother, right? Because Divine Mother will take many forms. Uh, she'll come to us in goddesses. She'll come to us in Davis. She'll come to us in the energy of the actual earth herself. But so there's love, there's comfort there. I know she's been present in many different forms through many different cultures, through many thousands of years, right? But I didn't get her until I was having a conversation with a friend. Again, it was my teacher, Brigitte Boyer. And we started talking about Mother Mary and her energetic in the context, again, of this divine masculine, feminine merging. And we started to think about her within the energy of the sacred geometric shape of a triangle. Okay. The triangle, as a sacred geometric shape, is associated with balance and harmony. How beautiful. That's where we're heading. And the three sides of a triangle can be thought of in many different ways. If you go out and Google this, you're going to find lots of different interpretations. But it's about interrelatedness and balance, right? So you can think about body, mind, and spirit. You can think about science, nature, and spirituality. And for the purposes of our conversation and our journey together, we're going to think about it in terms of the energies of masculine, feminine, and oneness, or wholeness, which is the integration of these two seemingly opposing forces, right? So if you think about a triangle with the point that's pointing upward, and we think about the two sides, the two descending sides, as one side divine masculine, one side divine feminine, picture, if you will now, the Blessed Mother, Mother Mary, positioned at the top of the triangle. Got it? All right. And little teaser, not next episode, but in maybe 2 more episodes, we're actually going to expand that triangle into a very powerful shape, into a diamond shape. So, woohoo, hang on. All right. So here's Mother Mary now. Picture her at the top of this triangle. And in this position, she is pouring love. She is infusing the space between the divine masculine and divine feminine energetics with this unconditional love of Divine Mother, right? And as we said, Mother Mary is an aspect of Divine Mother for sure. Okay. She is very much connected with the Archangel Gabriel, who is known as the strength of God, right? She's also very connected, obviously, to her husband when she was in human form, Joseph. And this is super cool for any of you who work with the violet flame. Joseph is actually a past life incarnation of Saint Germain, right? And the violet flame is the flame of transformation. And isn't that what we're here? Isn't that why we're here? Isn't this what we're after? Transforming. And for us, it's about transforming the discomfort that can come with the release of so much energy as we merge these two forces. Okay. So here's Mother Mary at the top of this triangle, and she's not only pouring love into the triangle, but if we think about that triangle as representative of us, with the two aspects of divine masculine and feminine within us, she's pouring this love into us. And this love that she is infusing us with is inviting us to see ourselves differently. It's inviting us to see ourselves with complete and unconditional love. Right. And as a matter of fact, just yesterday morning, when I was sitting in meditation, I received a transmission from her, and she was very specific. She wanted me to include it in this podcast. And in our house, we say, if an ascended master asks you to do something, well, you don't argue. So I want to just share this really short, beautiful transmission that she is offering. So take a breath and just relax a little bit and open up to receive. And she says, simply surrender and allow. Allow the new experience of unconditional love for self to infuse you, every atom, every particle of your being. And allow me to assist, to be your mirror. I offer you the unconditional love of the mother, the embodied divine feminine. I reflect back to you the light of love that has never been fully extinguished within you, although it has certainly been dimmed by all the noise and turmoil, by the pain and fear that have surrounded you for so long. Allow the flow of my sapphire light to permeate you. And then imagine you are holding a mirror. In that mirror, you see me looking back at you through the eyes of love. And the deeper you look, the more you will begin to see yourself in my image and mine in you, for truly we are one in the light of love. I don't know, it just opens my heart. She infuses us with so much love that we are, without hesitation, without effort, able to gather the courage that we need to look into those deep places of woundedness within ourselves, right? These are the things that we talked about way back at the beginning of this series, all the podcasts in general, right? We simply take the pain, the fear, and the confusion. We don't engage with them. We hold them in our sacred heart spaces. We open a dialogue with them. We ask them what they're here to teach us. And as we do this, we are able to release the charge, the vibration of fear that has been our reality, that literally has dictated how our cells vibrate. And as we do this, we are able to access that vibration of the cosmic Christ consciousness as it resides within us, as the dual energies of divine masculine and divine feminine, these two aspects of the love of source. The more we do this, the more we invite in the flow of the cosmic matrix, or go into the cosmic matrix and rest in those energies, follow them to the cosmic heart. The more we do this, the more we are able to allow these wounds to heal. And as that healing occurs, as we release, I don't even want to say healing anymore. I want to say that the charge of fear on them is released. And we remember who we are. And the more we do this, the more we're able to step into this new paradigm that's waiting for us, this paradigm where the divine masculine and divine feminine have merged, right? It's this merging of the energies. If you want to go back to archetypes, right? Whether you connect with these beings as ascended masters, or you connect with them as archetypal energies. This is the merging now of the energies of Yeshua, of Jesus, of the Christ, as the avatar, the being who walked the earth, and the Magdalene, right? This love that we can't even conceive of the Divine Mother, which is offered to us through Mother Mary, hanging out at the top of that triangle, just radiating love. This pours down and fills us with love. And that love, just like it lets us hold space in our sacred heart chambers, that love also allows there to be space for the gestation, the development of this new paradigm in which divine masculine and divine feminine energies are able to fully merge and integrate. Right? It, as she pours that love in, she's also fully in full activation with and full alignment with, that's the word I want, full alignment with the threefold flame. So she's also pouring in power and love and wisdom, right? And if we think of her as a midwife, she holds us in that space of love so that we can surrender to this sacred birthing process that is needed so that we can come into alignment with our true divine selves. And all of this energy that's in the center of this triangle has another perk. I see it almost like this massive cushion, right? I see it almost as like cotton, like big, heavy swaths of cotton. You might see it as bubble wrap. I don't know. Go with whatever comes for you. But there it is, sitting in the middle of these two opposing forces to soften the release of energy, to soften the judgment that we might be throwing at ourselves, to cushion this release of woundedness that's going to happen as these mergings begin to come together. It helps us to release those old habits, those old beliefs, those old wounds, those old paradigms without judgment, without anger, without fear, right? Because that's what has kept these two aspects of ourselves separate for so long. And those wounds, those that come from those beliefs and those habits are what have perpetuated this illusion that we are separate from source, and we're not, right? And we want to release all this, and again, I'm air quoting, this stuff, this gook, this ick. We want to release it in a way that is for our highest good and the highest good of everyone who will be impacted by our work, right? And because we know there's no separation, this means the highest good of everyone. We talked a few episodes ago about kind of debunking this mindset that for something to be powerful and meaningful, there has to be pain, right? We're done with no pain, no gain. We're done. So let's ask for it to be easy. Why can't it be easy? Why can't it be filled with grace, right? Our transition back to ourselves, back to oneness, back to inner wholeness can be navigated with more ease, more grace, because we now have connected with and invited in the flow of Divine Mother through the energy of Mother Mary. And that all sounds great, but how do we do that? Right? You know that curiosity is the place to go. We stay in curiosity like little kids. And listen, I don't know what, I bring the curiosity piece up because I don't know what your experience of her is going to be. I don't know. You're going to have your own unique experience with her. She might come to you as a color. She might come to you as a feeling, as an image, as song lyrics. I don't know. But what I do know is that as you drop into your sacred heart space through your beautiful and powerful breath, as you sit and connect with that threefold flame that is on the altar of your heart that we placed there last week, as you sit and hold in your mind's eye the energy of the sacred triangle, there will be a connection. And as I'm talking to you, ooh, I'm getting this very clear image of a practice. And it's a practice, folks. So, as always, if you are driving or walking or engaged in something that requires your undivided focus and attention, either pause the podcast, skip this part of it and come back to it later, but just remember to stay focused so that you and the people around you are all safe. Okay? Okay. So this is what's dropping in. As always, we start with the breath, deepening the inhale through the nose, lengthening the exhale through the nose, or if you have another breathing practice, go with that, right? Allow each inhale and exhale to take you deeper and deeper within yourself. Drop into that sacred heart chamber and just rest here. And once you've arrived and you've grounded in and you've settled and you've connected with the energy in your sacred heart space, when you feel ready, open the portal to the flow of the cosmic matrix, a beautiful rainbow light, and enter it. And ride that current right into the cosmic heart, right up through the universe, through the omniverse, into the cosmic heart, however it works for you. Riding, gliding, floating, whatever works for you. And what I'm told is that it is here that you will connect with Divine Mother in whatever form she is meant to come to you. Just stay curious and trust. And if nothing comes, that's okay too. Just because we don't see in our mind's eye or hear with our inner hearing, it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. Because I know, like I know the sun is coming up tomorrow, that what is happening is you are being infused at the cellular level with whatever it is that you need in this moment to release the vibration of fear, to clear the path for the merging of divine masculine and divine feminine energies within you with ease and grace, to awaken within you even more curiosity and playfulness that will allow you to simply notice and note what is happening for you, make the adjustments that are needed, play with the adjustment, keep what works, release what doesn't, all as this energy of Divine Mother through Mother Mary is flowing through you. And as you play with this practice over the next week or so, you might want to have paper and pencil, a journal, a sketchbook, something with you. Because I have a feeling that there are going to be some messages or some information that might come through to you. Maybe not. Doesn't matter. Just spend some time getting to know her energetic signature. Don't reach for anything, just trust. And when you feel ready right now in this moment, bring yourselves back into the here and now, feeling the air on your skin, your body resting on your chair, the couch, the bed, the floor, wherever you are. Feel your feet on the earth. Maybe wiggle fingers and toes and gently open your eyes. Reconnect with your breath. And as you're coming back into your body, I want to remind you that this is a practice. Remember, practice is so that we get better at something. So be gentle with yourselves. Create space for grace. and know and trust that your experience of Mother Mary and Divine Mother are going to shift and change and grow the more you work with them. So just trust the process. Okay. And I guarantee, I know through my experience, let me put it that way, but I really do guarantee it. I do. That opening yourself to this flow of love from Divine Mother will profoundly support you as you begin to work more and more with your divine masculine and divine feminine energies, with the energy of the threefold flame, and open yourself up to this deep transformation that's flowing towards you. And the more you open yourself to this, the more you will be able to remember who and what you truly are, a divine and perfect being of love and light. That is how Source sees you, because it's the truth of who you are. And it is my wish, my deep and sincere wish for each and every one of you, that you see yourselves in the same way that Source sees you, and the same way that I see you. Perfect, divine, overflowing with love and light, in perfect balance and equilibrium. I am incredibly grateful to each of you for joining me. I am Penny Starhart, and this has been the Vibrational Alchemy Podcast. Until we're together again, remember that you are loved, and you are love.
This is who I choose to be. This is who I choose to be.